Stampers. Today we're going to make this card, the front of it. I did a video a while ago on the pop-up card, and I've had so many questions on how I did the front, so that's what we're going to do today. So let's go ahead and get started. Here are the pieces that I'm going to use today. This is the Baja Breeze, and this is cut at 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4. And then I'm using the Whisper White, and this was cut at 4 1/4 by 5.5, and then I embossed it with the Frame Tulips embossing folder with the Big Shot. And then what I did is I just cut around the edge. There's like a line for the frame, and what I did is I just cut around that to make it a little bit smaller. And then the strip for the center of the card is cut at 1.5 wide by 4.5, and then I also embossed that with the Frame Tulips just on the bottom edge. And then this is the Springtime Vintage designer paper, and this is cut at 1/2 inch by 4.5. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and sponge our tulips on this Whisper White with the Baja Breeze. Okay, so next we're going to go ahead and grab a piece of scrap Whisper White, and this is about 1.25 inches wide, and we're going to use the Build a Blossom stamp set, and I just got this little petal here. That's the one I used on this card, and I'm just going to stamp this with the Baja Breeze along this strip, and you're going to need 8 petals for your flower. So I'm just going to go ahead and stamp along this edge. Okay, so then after you've stamped your images, you're going to grab the Blossom Petals punch, and you're just going to line the punch up over top of your image, just like that, and punch it out. And just work down your strip of cardstock. And you're going to do that 8 times. So I went ahead and did that already. Okay, so here's my 8 petals. And then we're just going to go ahead and put the card together first. Pop the center part up on dimensionals. And I'm just going to layer this right in the center between the tulips. Then lay the designer paper right above the tulips. Just like that. Okay, so then for my greeting, I used the stamp set called Bring on the Cake, and it says not just a year older, but a year better. And the Whisper White, this piece was cut at 3/4 by 2 3/8, and then I just cut a really small little tiny border along the top and the bottom with the Baja Breeze. We're going to pop that up on a dimensional also, and then set that aside. Okay, so I'm going to grab another piece of scrap Whisper White, and we're going to stamp the inside of the flower with the Baja Breeze, and this little image is in the same stamp set. I'm just going to stamp that, and then we're going to punch this out with the 1/2 inch circle punch. This is going to go in the center of your flower, and then go ahead and punch out another 1/2 inch circle, and then we're going to pop both of the circles up on a dimensional. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and build our flower, and you're just going to use your dimensional as your adhesive. So you're just going to put all 8 petals around this dimensional. And if you just do the very edge, once you get your petals on the dimensional, you can kind of position them the way you want them to look. Okay, so there's the flower, and then you're going to take your image that you stamped with the dimensional, and you're going to just position this right over top the center, and then flip it over, and we're going to put another dimensional on that part. So it pops up on the card. Okay, so now I'm just going to take the greeting and I'm going to kind of position where I want my flower without it interfering with the greeting. So I guess right about there looks good. And then take the greeting and put that right over top of your designer paper. Just like that. Isn't that cute? And then we're going to add some basic rhinestones along the edge of the designer paper. Put 3 of them there. Okay, now we're going to add some dazzling diamonds. Take my 2-way glue pen, and I'm just going to scribble on the white that shows through on the petals. Then sprinkle your glitter dazzling diamonds over top of that. And that's it. Isn't it beautiful? Okay, so thanks for stopping by. We'll see you later.